I'm Marie. Thanks for joining me. This is the first in a series of videos I'm going to do about the common problems us crazy busy working women face and some helpful tips on how you can start to change that. I wanted to set up this group for that very reason because I've gone on my own journey from that crazy busy working woman who had no life outside of work and was always feeling guilty or disappointed in myself, to really turning my whole world upside down and now focused on sharing my journey and helping all of you out there. So the first subject we're going to cover is tired. Too tired to do anything. It's often the biggest excuse we use, and it feels so true. And it is true. We are exhausted from balancing all of those things in our lives and being there for everybody and never disappointing anybody. But how often are we too tired to go and do the things that we actually want to do? Too tired to go to that dinner that all your friends are going to, the people you love most in the world, and Friday comes and you're just too tired. You don't want to go home and change, or you don't really feel like being social, you've had a rough week, you're just too tired, so you're just going to go home and watch some Netflix and they'll understand. Or you've worked so hard to get home on time for dinner and you're sitting at dinner with your family and you're not really present. You're thinking about your day or you're just numb. And all you can think about is how many more hours until bedtime so that I can either get back online so I can get some work done and respond to those emails, or numb out with Facebook or Netflix or Twitter. Something that is focused on me because I'm so tired. And the problem is this becomes more of the rule than the exception, and we opt out of so many things because we're too tired. And even when we show up, we're not really there. We're more like spectators instead of participants. And it's just like, well, if I just get some more sleep, this weekend I'm just going to take it easy and recharge my battery, or maybe I'll take a weekend off, or I'll go on vacation, and the cycle begins the minute we get back. And the reason why is because we're soul exhausted. We're not physically exhausted. We're soul exhausted. We're only feeding one part of our soul, and that's the working part of ourselves. That we're only feeding that part and not the full self. And only until we reconnect back to who we are and the part of us that we lost along the way when we got so overwhelmed and so busy and so overcommitted and everyone counting on us at work, that part of us is still in here. That girl is still there that can laugh and be carefree and fun, who has abundant energy. You can get her back and still be a high performer at work. So one of the tips I want to give you today is really about reconnecting to you. And that really is the heart of what's going on here, is creating some calm in you so that you can make a hard stop at work and in your body to focus now on yourself and your life outside of work. And we really do have to create those guardrails in our lives. And one of it starts with how we start our day. So I'm going to just ask you to think about and do an assessment of what you do in the first half an hour of your day, and how much of it is really focused on you. Now, there may be some of you out there that work out in the mornings, and that's great. You need to do more. I need you, starting tomorrow, to spend the first 5 to 10 minutes of your day focused on you. And if you're like me or the old me, I used to use my cell phone as my alarm clock. And the first thing I did is pick up my phone to see what time it was. And then I'd see a couple Facebook messages coming through. There was like some emails. So I'd start to look at that, and already I was on my treadmill. Already my focus was outside and not in. And the minute I changed that, and it took a long time for me to change this, I fought it forever because I convinced myself I couldn't do it. And I bought a little alarm clock, and I don't use my phone as my alarm clock anymore. And I literally spend the first 10 to 15 minutes of my day, sometimes only 5. And here's what I want you to do. I want you not to look at technology for the first 5 to 10 minutes of your day. I want you to take 5 deep breaths. I want you to say 5 things you're grateful for, 3 things you're grateful for in your life, 3 things you're grateful for in your life, 5 deep breaths. So I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my daughter. I'm grateful for this beautiful home that I've created for both of us that brings me so much joy. It's different every day what comes out of my mouth, but 3 things that are grateful. And then I want you to say 3 things you like about yourself. I really like how good of a friend I am. I like my hair. I like how I'm able to be really intuitive about what people need in my life. And then I want you to take 3 more deep breaths and give yourself an intention for the day. And I really want to be present today in my life, and really focused so I can get a lot done. So when I come home, I can really turn it off. That's my intention. I actually started writing these down because it really helped me kind of anchor it, but I just want you to say them now. Just say them. Whatever comes out, there's no right or wrong. I want you to spend the first 5 days. Now, here's the thing. Immediately what's coming into your head is, oh, Marie, I can't possibly do that because my husband's there, and of course I have to talk to him in the morning, and we have a routine. I've got to get lunch ready for the kids, or I've got a conference call right in the morning, or I work out and I don't have time. Well, driving to the gym, you could do it. In the shower, you could do it. You could shut the door and do it on the toilet. Okay? 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. I have a daughter who comes in and like stands over me in the morning, sometimes at 5:45 or 5:30, and just waits until I see her. And I still am able to do it. I say, good morning, honey. Why don't you go in your room and do this? I need 5 minutes. And here's the thing. The exception is some days, I don't know, if something happens and I can't do it. She won't go in her room, whatever. Guess what? You can do it 15 minutes later. You still are taking 5 to 10 minutes in your morning routine to be quiet and focus on yourself. If you do that for 2 weeks, I guarantee you will start your day a little more calm and start to reclaim some of you back into your life. The key here is really reconnecting to the you that got grinded out. That part of you, that joyful, fun, carefree girl inside of you is still there. And we need to find her again. We need to make sure she's living a full and robust life outside of work. Right outside of work. And I don't care what kind of responsibilities you have. And it's a journey. And you need to get to the bottom of how you got here. You need to quiet the noise in your head, whether it's either beating yourself up or retreading things of the day or only thinking about work. And you need to really put in tools and guardrails in your life so that you can have everything you want. It's still possible. I had a coach tell me 3 years ago, Marie, you get to have it the way you want it. And that was mind-blowing to me because I spent so many years convincing myself that this was as good as it got. And it was pretty good. It was pretty good, but it wasn't enough. And now I have everything, and I feel so more energized than I ever have felt in my life. And it's possible for you. And I would love to talk to you about it. So message me, and we'll get on the phone, and we can talk about things you can do. And I can help you start to break through in your own life so you can have it all. No matter what you do, guys, I don't care what your job is. I don't care what your circumstances are. It's possible for everyone. And it's time. It's September. Before we know it, the year's going to be over. And I want you to start now. Don't put off anymore. So start your day, 5 to 10 minutes, just about you. We're going to start focusing on this tiredness. We're going to start breaking through things. Check out my future videos, like my posts, check out my notifications. I'm here for you. And message me if you want to talk more. Thanks. Bye.